Breaking news. The heated argument between Ki Hyun-woo and Yang Jun-mo that nearly ended it all. The nation has seen them laugh. The nation has seen them cry. But no one expected the day they would see Ki Hyun-woo and Yang Jun-mo, two men who swore that nothing could tear them apart, standing in the middle of a crowded street, locked in an argument so heated, so raw, that it nearly shattered everything they had built. The scene that shook the internet. It began on a rainy evening in Seoul, when the two were spotted outside a quiet cafe tucked away in Gangnam. Fans at first thought it was just another secret date, the kind they had stolen countless times before. But this night was different. Instead of gentle smiles and stolen glances, what unfolded was a storm louder than the thunder above. Eyewitnesses say Yang Jun-mo's voice cracked first. His face was pale, his eyes burning with frustration. "Why don't you ever listen to me, Hyun-woo?" he shouted, his words sharp enough to cut through the noise of the street. Hyun-woo, usually composed, stood rigid, his fists trembling at his sides. "Because you keep hiding things from me, Jun-mo. Do you think I can't feel it? Do you think I don't see the way you're pulling away?" Gasps erupted among the small crowd gathering nearby. What was supposed to be a private disagreement had suddenly become a public unraveling. Phones were pulled out, cameras clicked, and within minutes, the footage had exploded across social media. A love story on the edge. This wasn't just any fight. This was the fight. Fans who had followed their journey from secret whispers to bold declarations of love knew immediately that this was no ordinary argument. This was the kind of confrontation that could change everything. As the rain poured harder, Ki Hyun-woo's voice broke, the words trembling on his lips. "Do you even want this anymore? Do you even want us?" The crowd went silent. For the first time, Yang Jun-mo, the man known for his radiant smile and playful charm, crumbled before everyone's eyes. He pressed his palms to his face, shaking his head violently. "Of course I do," he cried. "But it's tearing me apart. Loving you feels like holding my breath. I'm scared, Hyun-woo, scared that if I let go, I'll lose everything." The words hit harder than thunder. Even those watching from behind their phone screens could feel the weight of it. Two men battling not only with each other, but with the crushing pressure of the world that never fully accepted them. The moment that broke Hyun-woo. Those who know Ki Hyun-woo describe him as strong, unshakable, the kind of man who carries his emotions quietly. But on that street, drenched in rain and heartbreak, his armor cracked. He reached for Jun-mo's hand, his voice trembling. "You're the only thing I've ever been sure of. Don't you get it? Even if the whole world turns its back, I'll still choose you." But Jun-mo pulled away. That single gesture, more than any word spoken, sent Hyun-woo reeling. It wasn't rejection, it was fear. Fear written across Jun-mo's face as he whispered, "I can't be the reason you lose everything you've worked for." Cameras flashed, fans cried, and the air was filled with the sound of two souls tearing apart. What the cameras didn't see. But here's the twist. What most of the world didn't know was what happened moments later, after the cameras turned off. A fan sitting inside the cafe swore she saw the two men retreat into the shadows of the alley, away from the crowd. There, out of sight, their argument dissolved into something rawer, something quieter. Jun-mo, his body trembling, collapsed into Hyun-woo's arms. "Then promise me," he whispered. "Promise me you won't give up on us, no matter how hard it gets." Hyun-woo, his voice hoarse, kissed the top of his head. "I've already promised you 100 times, Jun-mo. I'll promise you 100 more." The aftermath. Within hours, Hyun-woo and Jun-mo fight was trending worldwide. Clips of their argument went viral, dissected by fans, critics, and tabloids alike. Some called it the end. Others called it proof of their humanity, that even the most powerful love stories have cracks. But what shook everyone most was not the fight itself. It was the way their eyes lingered on each other, even in anger. The way their voices cracked not with hatred, but with pain. The way, even in the midst of breaking apart, their bodies still leaned toward each other, as though gravity itself refused to let them separate. Why this fight matters. To outsiders, it may have looked like just another celebrity scandal. But to those who followed their love story, this argument was something far deeper. It was proof that their love is real, not polished, not perfect, but raw, messy, and achingly human. It was a reminder that love isn't about never fighting, it's about what you choose after the fight. And as fans replayed those heartbreaking clips over and over, many found themselves asking the same question: did this fight nearly end it all, or was it the very thing that will make them stronger? The cliffhanger ending. For now, neither Ki Hyun-woo nor Yang Jun-mo has released an official statement. Their silence has only fueled speculation. Some believe they are taking time to heal privately. Others fear the silence means the fight truly ended things. But for those who know their story, the way they've defied odds, chosen each other against all obstacles, and bared their hearts to the world, one truth remains clear. This fight may have shaken their love, but it has not broken it.
Not yet.
Because when two souls are this intertwined, sometimes even the fiercest storm can't wash them apart. And as fans wait anxiously for answers, one thing is certain. The love story of Ki Hyun-woo and Yang Jun-mo is far from over. The fight that stopped the city, Ki Hyun-woo and Yang Jun-mo's explosive argument. The fight wasn't just a moment. It was an eruption, one that left fans, bystanders, and even strangers frozen in shock as Seoul's streets became the stage for one of the most gut-wrenching scenes of their love story. The tension before the storm. Witnesses say they could feel the tension even before voices were raised. Hyun-woo and Jun-mo walked into the cafe together, but their steps were out of sync. Hyun-woo's jaw was tight, his eyes dark, as though something had been building for days. Jun-mo, usually light-hearted, fidgeted nervously, glancing around as though hoping no one would notice. By the time they stepped back outside, the drizzle had begun, and so had the storm between them. "Why do you keep shutting me out?" Hyun-woo's voice was low at first, like a crack in glass. Jun-mo turned sharply. "Because you wouldn't understand. The argument unleashes." And just like that, the glass shattered. Passers-by froze as the two men faced each other in the middle of the street. Their voices rose, cutting through the rain, raw with emotion. "You think I don't see it?" Hyun-woo's tone shook with both anger and pain. "Every time you smile, it doesn't reach your eyes anymore. Every time you hold my hand, it feels like you're slipping away." Jun-mo's shoulders trembled. His response came like fire. "Do you think it's easy for me? Do you think I don't carry the weight of every stare, every headline, every whisper behind our backs? I'm drowning, Hyun-woo, and you don't even see it." The crowd gasped. Cameras clicked. And suddenly, the fight was no longer theirs alone. It belonged to the world. A love story cracking in public. One fan described it perfectly. It wasn't just two people fighting. It was like watching a love story crack open right in front of us. Hyun-woo's eyes burned, his lips trembling as he finally asked the question that no one thought he'd dare speak in public. "Do you even want this anymore? Do you even want me?" Jun-mo's silence spoke louder than words. His chest rose and fell, his lips parted, but nothing came out. The only sound was the rain pelting the pavement and the hushed sob of a fan recording nearby. The breaking point. Jun-mo finally whispered, his voice breaking, "I love you, but I don't know if I can survive this." That was the moment Hyun-woo broke. His composure, his usual control, collapsed as he stepped closer, eyes glistening with tears. "Don't you get it? I don't care about the world. I don't care about the rumors, the headlines, the whispers. I only care about us. If I lose you, none of it means anything." But instead of melting into his arms, Jun-mo flinched, pulling back just enough for the entire street to feel the sting. The crowd's collective gasp was deafening. For fans who had always seen them as unshakable, this was a wound too raw to ignore. Fans in tears. Videos captured fans on the sidewalk crying openly, clutching each other as they watched their idols' love unravel. One fan's trembling voice can be heard on a viral clip. "Please don't fight. Please don't end like this." Another shouted desperately, "Hyun-woo, Jun-mo, you promised us you'd fight together." But the lovers were too lost in their storm to hear. The silent touch. And then, something unexpected happened. After pulling away, Jun-mo suddenly stopped. His eyes locked onto Hyun-woo's, eyes red, face drenched in rain and heartbreak. For the briefest moment, he lifted his hand, brushing against Hyun-woo's wrist. It wasn't forgiveness. It wasn't surrender. But it was a silent cry. I'm still here. I'm just scared. Hyun-woo froze at the touch, his breath hitching. It was enough to stop his words, enough to silence his anger, but not enough to heal the gaping wound between them. A city holding its breath. Traffic slowed. Strangers stopped mid-step. Even shopkeepers came out of their stores, umbrellas tilted forward, trying to catch a glimpse. It was as if the entire city was holding its breath, watching two men fight not only each other, but the invisible forces threatening to pull them apart. By the time they stepped back from the crowd, their clothes soaked and their faces streaked with tears, the fight had already gone viral. Clips flooded TikTok, Weibo, and Instagram within minutes, each one capturing a different angle of heartbreak.